Episode 57 of my weekly diary. Now, in this one, it's more Oxford training, so I couldn't get a lot of pictures this week as it's kind of everyone's new to it, everyone's coming back. But so far, going pretty well actually. Next week, I should have some game footage for highlights and stuff like that to post, so stick around. So, I'm gonna try and do the whole week. The sun's very annoying. Into one video and kind of see how that turns out. So Monday I had training at Oxford, and that is pretty much the reason why I haven't really done a lot of videos or stuff about it, is because of the training I've been doing. So training Monday, trains completely failed me that day, and the reason I say that is because about 3 trains cancelled, and then there was delays with a lot of them. So I was supposed to get there half an hour early, ended up getting there 40 minutes late, which obviously for a first training back is not great. I did end up texting my coaches beforehand, they're like, I'm gonna be late, there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, skipped units completely, which obviously isn't the worst thing in the world, because units is line-outs and scrubs and stuff. So obviously a bit annoyed I missed it, but not the end of the world. Did make it there for gym though, which was focused on core, which absolutely killed me, which is lovely. But a lot of it wasn't. So obviously this is kind of their first years coming in for their first time, so it was just getting used to stuff like that, which is obviously fair enough to them. Yeah. So we're basically going through all the beginning stuff, like expectations, what to do after gym, what to do before gym, making sure you get there on time. Yeah. So that was pretty much that for gym, focusing on core, but not many weighted stuff unless you're just doing barbell stuff. Not barbell. You know what I'm on about. The weights like that. Is that barbell? No, maybe. I don't know anymore. Okay, so after that we had we had lunch for 45 minutes, which obviously felt a bit weird for me because I'd pretty much just gotten there, done 45 minutes of gym and now having lunch. But honestly wasn't too bad. Then we had a meeting straight after, which involved the different line-out calls, where to find the information for the calls, if you want to practice on your own time, stuff like that, and what our expectations are for this year. So what we want to achieve by the end of this year, what we want as a group, what we want individual, just stuff like that. We put it on the board to have a look through. We have a new acronym word, which was PRIDE, which is basically each letter means something new. Not going through that because that's long. And then next part was the actual training. So conditioning was 20-40. So you run to 20, you run back, you run to 40, you run back. We ended up having to do extras of those because some people didn't actually go past the line, which is obviously a bit annoying. I waited for that to go. Which was obviously a bit annoying that we had to do extras, but not the worst thing in the world. Focusing on pods, and we also did a bit more lineouts, so I don't really know what they did in units, but we did some extra lineouts, which wasn't really too bad at all. Making sure we got used to it. However, it's been a while, so a lot of us forgot some of the calls and had to kind of go back through it, which didn't take too long, but yeah. Most of it was different pod work, names of calls, going through everything, rucks kind of thing, making sure we have support and everything like that. And then the final one was we had a different conditioning, but it has completely left my mind right now. I might remember it later. Yes, now I remember it now. 70 metre, so that's the N22. You sprint there as fast as you can, then you walk to the try line, and then you go back after a certain time had passed. So we did that, I think it was 6 times or 8 times. it was split up into 2 groups, so it was either 3 and 3 or 4 and 4, and I'm pretty sure it was 4 and 4, now thinking about it. But yeah, I should have made this video sooner so it was better made, but regret to have made. I'll do that next time. Then Tuesday I had Brentwood Eels training. Sadly didn't get any pictures then because my granddad had to take me, which, yeah, love my granddad, but no pictures of my granddad, but no pictures at all. And my phone's on 20%. Great. That kind of just focused on a lot of different things. And at the end we had like a team bonding session of kick tennis, which if you know me, you know I absolutely despise kick tennis. But still did it anyway. It actually started raining, which was really nice considering Monday was absolutely boiling. But the difference between here and Oxford, the temperature is just ridiculous. It's so hot in Oxford at the minute. Wednesday, Thursday I had off. Then Friday I had another training session at Oxford. Train still wasn't amazing, but it was better than Monday. So it was more delays with Reading. So a lot of the trains from Reading were being difficult. So when I was going through it on my phone of trying to find which like tickets to book, it was really hard to kind of go through that. But made it there, and I think I got there at like 9:46 and it started at like 11, so I got there way too early, but still didn't want to risk it. Managed to meet up with one of the girls there, so we walked around for a bit, then we went to the bus stop, and pretty much everyone else was there, so it was really good. We got there, we did some like practicing passing and stuff like that. Not really coaches telling us to do it, we were just out there, so we thought might as well. Then we had units. Actually was there this time. Mostly practicing the different line-out calls. So mostly in the middle, so that we had 3 different calls for like the different fakes and the normal one. So we were going through those. I'm not saying too much because obviously if any other teams watch this, that I would definitely get blamed for that. But yeah, then we were doing some scrums, 2v1s, 3v2s. So like slowly building it, so that was quite good. I wrote everything down for this session and I'm trying to remember it now, and I might have to look back for it to make sure I've got everything, but I'm trying to make sure I stay under the 10-minute limit because I can see the time going up. Then we had gym, which was actual weights. It was full body pretty much. So I was quite happily doing military press. I actually upped my weight in squat, which I was quite happy about. Normally I do 20 on each side, I moved it to 25. Box jumps, I made an awful mistake. Basically, one of the things was doing 50 squats. Like no weight, no nothing, just like continuously repping them out. Did that and then decided, this is pretty much my usual box jump height. I should jump on it right now. Tried jumping on it, nearly failed. But you know when you do something, you're like, oh my god. Yeah, I pretty much nearly smacked my face against it, which was amazing. But I actually did it. And then I continued doing it because I couldn't stop then. Managed to get those done and obviously finished the gym session as a whole. Then it was lunch, no meeting, so everything got pushed forward. So I'm pretty sure we actually did extra training, which, fair enough. Which was, first we did conditioning, which was 5 metre. You sprint to a 5 metre, go down, up, back, down, up, and then sprint to 22. And then that's it. We did 8 of those. And then throughout the training session, we worked on more pods, like support work, a lot more of it than Monday. So you got like one run in where you took it in, you went down with it, and then everyone else had to try and pass it without getting touched. That was pretty much most of the session. We did speed and units as well to make up for the extra 45 minutes. That was obviously added when meeting was cancelled. And my final conditioning was you had a cone in your hand, you had to run for 60 seconds, put the cone down, and you walked back to the line and then ran again and trying to meet the cone every time or pass the cone. It was only till the last one where I actually managed to get quite far past my cone, so I was quite happy about that. And I got 10 seconds, so I did actually pretty well keeping it within the time limit. So, hope you enjoy. Goodbye. So, my gym session was more of a light one this time, and the reason for that is because obviously I've been at Oxford and I had a game the next day. So everything was supposed to be a lot lighter, but because how achy I was, everything absolutely killed me off. This was my dad's one instead of my one, like usual. And that bike at the start I did 15 minutes of, which was a huge mistake because I could barely walk afterwards. Then we did mobility at the end, and that was pretty much it for me.